Sikhulumile nabo bonke political parties eparliament. Nalo baba wethu wasishiya la sikhulumile naye. Wabe yena ehamba phambili sithakezi lapha. Ngoba lama election are not free and fair and winile 2/3. Uye court. So ngiyenizwa abanye benu manikhuluma nithi hey why ningakhulumi nabafowethu ngapha? Sikhulumile nabo abafowethu. Omnakwethu sakhuluma nabo sathi sondelani nganene sikhuluma ngegovernment of national unity bathi bona base court masinyula upresident laphana bebengekho bebese court niyakhumbula bathi kuthi if siza ngolamaphosa abayingeni nje into yethu ngama lapha ngimandate ngabomandla la ku NEC SGhambu yokhuluma ukuthi umuntu ozangaliyonto noba sine 40% siyabonga ngama eTV ndathi umuntu ozositshela ukuthi akafuna umongameli wethu chayizule. We are not getting into this thing with a cap in the hand. Sithathe isigqoko sithe sathi asincengi le exam kade sinikezwa uFloyd asizuyibhala this time around ngoba lamfana wasibhalisa iexam ithe masiqeda ukuyibhala wathi siyifailile. Uyabona uprincipal ohambe ebhalisa abantu ama-exam abafailisa kodwa bepasile uyahamba abe yilento ayiyo manje hambe esithubeni ngoba lo principal lo akekho right. So wasifaka isikolo sathi no asingeni lonto sikhulume nomuntu wonke and we invited everybody to come to the government of national unity. 10 political parties signed what is called a statement of intent. Nifundile lo statement of intent? Nifundile? Baba ngapha abayifundile la? Phakamisa izandla. Nayifunda i-statement of intent. Lebe bethu Mbalula usayine into akayazi nokuthi isho ukuthini. Usayinele i-freedom yethu. Uyathanda ukusayina uMbalula akayifundanga lento. Ndifuna ukubona manje nayifunda. Nayifunda comrades. Phakamisa isandla. Niyasaba ukuthi nizonibuza ukuthi ithi. So we had a statement of intent that was drafted by the ANC and signed by 10 political parties. And then we formed a government of national unity with the president of the country and the speaker of the National Assembly coming from the African National Congress. That's what happened. And the ANC participating both in the legislature, in all committees, with the limited numbers that we've got. This is a masterclass, comrades, that you can have so much power even though limited with 40%. And then we had another one, option of going for elections. We didn't consider that. Among the options that we had, going for elections, we didn't go for elections. We said, in the interest of South Africa and its stability, let's work not like sore losers. In the best interest of South Africans, let's advance and stabilize our country. In less than 14 days, a government was constituted in the Republic of South Africa, led by Matamela and the African National Congress. So that is a setback. Inamahlandi nyuka le GNU. Ayisayili kamnandi nje. Kukho abanye abantu who think that ANC is still dominant. We are no longer having the power that we used to have. We negotiate every day. Everything. Nami ngiye ngithi mangizibona le mandate ngayiphezwa yi-NEC bonke lama comrades ngibona ukuthi no sengiguga msinya manje ene nicabanga ngigugiswa ngama branch yile GNU ngoba sinegotiate every day lapha ujongana nozile every day ayinto emnandi ne ukhuluma naye uncenga this and that and mawuba arrogant nabo baba arrogant zanda ukunikeza example budget lafika isuku layo kwabanzima. At that moment we should have left them, but kwacaca ukuthi arrogance and everything is not going to work. To pass this budget we need everybody. We have to negotiate that budget, and not there are tactical mistakes we did, which amongst them was around the issue of the VAT, but not entirely incorrect. Our position was right. We were saying, and we still maintain that it's in our manifesto, that all essentials will be zero rated. Because the working class want bread, one maize meal, and all of those things must be zero rated. Milk must be zero rated. But mawufuni magnum into emnandi ufuna utshwala iyakhuphuka iVAT jonga silwe namanxila nabantu abaphuwa same time. iDA yabona ithuba yangena yaba ngabo ichampion zeVAT, anti-VAT. Niyakhumbula? Yet, in terms of the challenges we were facing, was that where are we going in terms of the state of the economy and the revenue we have generated, going to get these resources to address this huge demand of things that we need to do as government? There had to be compromises. And those compromises are still eating in your pocket. Yashifta yaya ku petrol. Uyabona manje imoto ziningi but sinciphile garage. Uhamba nge10 rand, 20 rand phela petrol. La petrol ibhatalela leza zinto besingakwazi ukuthi sizibhatalele through VAT. And then kwathiwa no, we are taxing the poor when it was incorrect. You understand? Ifikelela kade ke ebantwini, it takes time to be understood that we are not taxing the poor. In fact, we are cushioning the poor in what we are doing. So our opponents had a field day about that, Nyakumbul. And that's what happened. So comrades, in the GNU we are in, there is negotiations all the time about the way forward and what needs to happen. We have a strategic setback that we are in a position to actually come back from as the African National Congress. There are many challenges. The people of Mpumalanga have loudly said that we know the challenges we have encountered, but we have also seen the changes the ANC has brought since 1994. There are those who say that we have not seen changes. ANC have not built anything since they came into power. When you look at the road passing here in Naspoti to Mozambique, you never had a road like that. Who built that? It's us, the democratic state. You didn't have a university here in Mpumalanga. Mawudlula umgwaqo from here ikujongile university ikujonge ha. It was built by the ANC in Mpumalanga. It's a commitment we made and we delivered. Comrades, we have cushioned the poor through intervention since from 1994 till to date, by intervening in terms of the basic needs of our people. When we came into power in 1994, President Thabo Mbeki says, when we came in, all what we met at Union Building, there was no handover and papers about how to govern. It was just an empty desk. We had to see to finish. And when we went to interrogate what is left in the past, our economy was bankrupt. We had to respond to that. At the same time, we had adopted the RDP. Where is the RDP? Reconstruction and Development Program for our people. We had to decide, how are we going to fund, where are we going to get money to fund the RDP, which we did not have. We had to prioritize. We had to intervene through different policies, indigent and cushion the poor in the different local areas where when we came in. Electricity was not there. Supply for our people. Apa ehlanzeni kanyamazana stula sithi kanyamazana siyaya. That was our last Congress of the South African Youth Congress, which was held kanyamazana. And that is when we sang the song kanyamazana siyaya. Kanyamazana siyaya bu. Kanyamazana siyaya bu. Kanyamazana siyaya bu. Siyaya bu. Amandla. Dianitunuka. So, apa kanyamazana and everywhere there was no electricity. Amapunu. What they brought these long flashlights in the townships. Every township had a name for them. Mina lapho bengiphuma khona bekuthiwa kimuntu wamona, because it was tall. But the ANC connected the households to the grid, meaning electricity from your house to the grid. Ungene upresse kube no gas. ANC made electricity accessible, clean water, and then 3,000 liters of water for free for Omagogo and abantu abangathatha entweni. That was an indigent policy of the African National Congress. And then we built an infrastructure of this water access to our townships and even the villages, amidst the challenges that we face today. So Labantu who say that ANC did nothing. Comrades, history demands of us to succeed. Without the ANC, our people are nothing. This is their vehicle, the African National Congress. The ANC had to implement policies of redress that the DA and others today are fighting us to abandon. When a revolution is affected by this setback, it means to step backward for the program of transformation. Wathi umeya we-DA ekhethwa eJohannesburg, the #1 city in Africa. Wathi if anibhatali eSoweto angikhathali noba nicabanga njani, we are not ANC, you are going to pay. Lwasisi wangena bathi ngudoctor, wangena engumeya we-DA wathi eSoweto thina we are not ANC, you are going to pay. You must pay. Abantu bakuthi kwathula kwathi cwaka tu. I-DA yathi niyakhokha la. I-liability yase-Johannesburg Metro that we address from about 19 billion to an account of about 7 billion today was the burden of being addressed by the African National Congress. So, comrades, why is it easy for people to be dissuaded from us when we have done so much? And why is it so easy for people to forget? That is the question we must ask all the time. Kuchinchephi ukuthi abantu bakhohlwe ngale ngolovane iANC namuhla. So easy. Thina besazi ukuthi mawujoin iANC, you join it and you'll separate with the ANC. Lingwaba is the grave. But today it's easy for people to cross from the ANC to us. What changed, comrades, in the development of our national democratic revolution? Something changed. Ukuthi abantu bangalahli ithemba. Then when we analyze it, before we agreed on renewal, we said that our ways and deeds of how we do things have contributed largely, which are characterized as our subjective weaknesses, to the low morale among our voters and our people about the ANC. The people say, we've got the vehicle, we trust the ideas, but no longer the vehicle. What do they say? We trust the ideas, but no vehicle. Not the vehicle. And what is that vehicle? The vehicle is the ANC. And that vehicle, it's me and you. Now what it means, comrades, is that when we adopted renewal, it meant the reality of renewal or death. We stand or we die if we don't change our ways of doing things. And one of the top things today people are talking about is unemployment. Abantu abasebenzi, which is not the ANC challenge. How the economy performs and the things that we need to do, which we are doing. We have adopted the 10-point plan. Building industries and industrialization is key in what we seek to do. We can no longer lead with slogans and rhetoric. There must be content. Umandla funeka amela njengonduna nkulu welphondo of this province and his executive, like you meet in the General Council, an account. How are we creating jobs in Mpumalanga? And you must ask that question from the province downwards. And that program must be understood by everybody. And I can tell you, this province and through Mandla have been fighting fearlessly. When there was disinvestment and closing down of mines, a wheat bank and everybody, this comrade stood and went to national government and said, mazivulwe imine. Mzabalazo wethu lo, mazivulwe imine mazingavalwa. Yes, there can be just transition, but just transition must be on our terms. Lento kuthiwa lilahle sisayidinga ngoba siyakwazi ukudala imisebenzi. We are able to create jobs. Masihomba ilahle senza imisebenzi. Sidala imisebenzi kwezimine. Omandla, they fought for that. In terms of investment, I came here this morning. Ngahlala kule airport, I was telling comrades I was with. I used to come here, this airport was very small. Le airport yenu le nibiza international is very international. Inhle leya airport yakhiwa ngulohulumente we-ANC. There was vision in that, and that vision is working. It is full of tourists, and that is job creation.